Hello everybody, Tommyruin here, and wow, what drama. Onyxia released on Saturday and multiple guilds were racing for the server first kills and bragging rights over their servers. In this video I'm going to go over the drama that unfolded with the server first race and the fun that I had being a part of it. So on the 25th of May 2019, Onyxia's Lair was set to release at 7 PM server time. Now I'll come back to the set to release part later. The guild I'm in, Fruit Salad, had a plan to go in with a 10-man group and then regroup for 25-man after clearing it, and decided to head to Onyxia's Lair early to see if there are any other guilds waiting outside. The guild buffed up with as many buffs as possible and marched out to Dustwallow Marsh. We decided to bring 25 men out straight away and set up a second group to mess up any other teams coming to try and get the server first. I was in the second group as I am not a core raid member of the group, so was ready to try out and help our guild get the server first from the outside. And it turned out to be one of the funnest experiences I've had on Ascension. It felt like a war out in the world over the Onyxia's Lair entrance. So when we got to the entrance of Onyxia's Lair at around 6:30, there were already a small contingent of the opposing guild, I Love Bugs, waiting at the raid entrance. Our raid rolled through their puny defense, but this wasn't their main raid group, and we knew they had another set of players waiting to come and try to take the world first. While we were around the entrance, we were sending out scouts to try and find other raid groups to know when they were going to be advancing so we could prepare ourselves. We had the raid entrance well locked down and no one was breaking through our defences as we killed those who rezzed from the earlier onslaught. Our main raiders were logged onto ults at this point because we didn't want them to lose valuable buffs if they died, and it was at this point that one of our raid members happened to try simply walking into the raid before it was opened, and lo and behold, it turned out that it was actually open and the boss had already spawned. So our guild messaged a game master to double check if it was okay to continue into the raid, and it turned out that the raid had actually opened earlier by mistake, and a few guilds had already found this out. So we were given the go ahead to continue on. So whilst our main boys were inside slaying some dragons in record time, my team were outside keeping the rival guild busy whilst they were unaware that the raid had opened. Whilst they were distracted by our suicide squad and getting them all hyped up for wiping our outside raid, our 10-man raid team from the inside had just finished up killing Onyxia at 7 PM and headed to the entrance. And now my favourite part of this whole experience was when our two teams recombined and we had the perfect pincer attack from the raid entrance and the team on the outside, obliterating the opposing guild on the outside. Feels bugs, man. Our now combined forces swept through Onyxia's Lair on 25 man, and I can tell you it was so easy, and claimed the seasonal first 25 man Onyxia's Lair kill. So the first kill obviously was contentious, the 10-man kill, and has led to so many wild rumours of GM collusion, teleport hacking, server exploiting and everything of the sort, when really what it came down to was a door not being locked when it should have been. Should our guild have been able to enter when it did? Probably not, but I feel like asking for confirmation from the GM that it was okay to continue proves that the guild acted in the correct way, and if the message had been a no, the guild would have stopped and waited. I've been told that other guilds on other servers also noticed the mistake and so got in there early, so it was just fair game for everyone to walk in early if they decided to check if the door was open. It seems in this case, the early bird really did catch the worm, or should I say, the fruit. The result of this raid release has been blown far out of proportion, when in reality it was just a simple mistake by one of the developers, which they owned up to and awarded server first kills to the guilds who killed it first, as I Love Bugs also pulled it together and got the second kill on the server. But really, there was no GM collusion. It was an unlocked door, one that anyone could have easily walked into to check as well, and because we had the entrance locked down, we were the first ones to check. So at the end of the day, sure, it shouldn't have happened, but it did, which was an unfortunate mistake, but did lead to a very exciting day and a hell of a lot of salt. It didn't just happen on Aloon either, as 2 guilds on Whisperwind were also awarded server first for that server. I do think that this drama has had a big positive though. It's brought some excitement back into the world. There are 2 big guilds competing on Aloon with a lot of beef between them. When Molten Core releases, and I'm sure it will release on time this time, the beef will be real and I expect a big battle in Blackrock Mountain before the raid releases. I cannot wait to see the memes evolve over time and cannot wait to see the competition between the 2 guilds grow. Let me know down in the comments which side you'll be rooting for in Molten Core. So at the end of the day, I think the developers actually acted in the best way given the circumstances by acknowledging their mistake of releasing it early and awarding a kill to both guilds on 10 man. So big props to the developers for the classy resolution. It shouldn't have happened in the first place and I'm sure it won't happen again, but they definitely fixed the problem in the best way possible. So that's all from me guys. That is the drama surrounding the Onyxia's Lair release on seasonal servers. Let me know what you think down in the comments section, but thank you very much for watching and I will see you all very soon.
That is the damn tremors.
Good tremor, good tremor.
Still under 5 minutes.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go, guys.
Yes.
Picture, guys, picture.
Nice.
4 dots, 4 dots.
Get up
Where's
on the
the
side
dad?
for picture.